welcome.
I called about print management, and one of the things that I hadn't thought about really was just like a park, how you want to maintain, and they're not as efficient. Like you might start off at 30 miles per gallon, but you might be like at 20, and printers are the same way. And I haven't run this but like at one point, every single teacher had a desktop printer. All they asked me, they were like, hey, y'all
All right. Let everybody get situated at their tables. We're a little bit past time to start. Welcome back. I kind of knew it might be a lighter crowd, but that just means you get more snacks. So we want to thank Julie for the cookies tonight. So our nutrition services department baked those today and put them in the little baggies and have them on the table. Just a little bit of celebration and appreciation for the time and effort. Cookies don't say enough by way of thank you, but they help a little bit. All right. At your tables is another spreadsheet. So let me tell you what is in this one, this version here. You'll notice it's a little bit thinner, so we're trying to print a little bit less. What it is the 5 years. It's 2024 to 2028, just that cut. We didn't bring the other end of it, right, for the years beginning on the 6th year. And as part of the cleanup from the last meeting, all of the deficiency items that were there for Dove and Colleyville Middle School were removed. The new buildings were inserted, those costs, and an allowance for each of those buildings to kind of have available in case something has to be taken care of between now and or when a bond election might pass and when a building might actually be open, right? So during that design and build time. So that's what's in here. And some of the changes that each of your groups gave us should be reflected in this spreadsheet as well. So the movement of items, the removal of items, the combination of items, that kind of thing, you should find it. Now really, where you should be is trying to pick up where you left off at the last meeting. Can you believe it? This is it. This is the last meeting of this group. 11 meetings. Congratulations. You all need to give yourselves a round of applause. That's a huge commitment. I really appreciate it. The district really appreciates it. The next committee doesn't know how much they're going to appreciate the work that you've already put into this. So thank you. So I don't have a lot more to say right at this moment. I want to let you have as much time as possible. Again, like we did last time, please create good lists identified by the line item number so that we can make the last of the changes. And what I'll do is later this summer, after the district works on this again with Huckabee, to do some more cleanup, work on better descriptions, especially for some of the things that have been combined and so forth, we'll send you a copy of it so that you'll know about the time we're going to the next committee, what it is that we're going to present to them starting off, right? So again, this is just for the years 2024 to 2028, I guess that is, those first 5 years. So I'll let you go from there. And again, I'll come around and field any questions that you might have. Thank you.
I think CMS and Dove need to be flipped for the second page. Because I think everyone agreed that CMS is the most important. It's 1A, 1B, right?
Everything.
Basically, this is our final look and like seal of approval and said any changes are.
Thank you for
Yeah. Call it saying the highlight out now, you would say.
Oh, she's saying it?
It's recorded, don't worry.
What?
Anything else that happened? Yeah, I just did it. I didn't see that. In that case, he was trained on CMS. Yeah, he was saying, Eric was just saying that he feels like CMS should be on top of like,
Oh, 100%.
well, this is the same 1.47, which will approve the, I don't know, maybe they need to set up to a second page. It's alphabetical.
But I think it's
really just this
four.
C comes before D.
But alphabetical by the letter. So,
Elementary.
so that's why they're.
Or like the first middle school. Another thing I noticed on the sheet.
I'm wondering.
We want our balance to go forward, hopefully. To afford.
We understand that this is probably
Campuses and all the buildings and everything else. I thought we really made some, what was actually going to be. Stuff.
Because we voted.
I know.
It's like money wouldn't be sure.
Well, unfortunately, we started with E for elementary before we went for M with middle school. If you look at the way the numbering was, it's just, so when we take this to the next grade, then we'll see it in two fashions, and then we'll see it ranked two. We'll put it back to the campus, so they can see by campus, kind of where the items for those campuses. I don't think it matters what we find out. It starts out as a right. So each one of the first things, great, and I'm gonna talk about some of those.
So that being
So,
said,
I understand, I need to say, certainly Colvin Middle School is an absolute, as far as they're concerned, is a very highly ranked item, see the equal scoring, something, one of the two has to give, it wouldn't be another.
so I guess, and that being said, just for my own clarification, whenever you do explain it, you see all of these as 4.7, but will you explain that they're not in a matter of importance? Right, so like.
In other words, those are equal in importance, because they have, and again, it's just to kind of give them an idea of where this community fell on some of these items.
Yeah. Thank you. Sure.
Okay, so I guess the only thing, and I'm coming from a technology lens, and I'm thinking about classroom space, the student one-to-one, the staff devices, and the smart boards. Yes.
I don't recall
For instance, so, not really advocating for it.
but the instrument, the hallway, the allowances, I don't care that they're, but I'm pretty sure
But
that's.
if someone comes back and asks us, we want.
And approximately.
But on page 18, the AV replacement for the new line boards in every classroom, they're 3.56. All the other classroom instructional technology is 4.5.
If we have a question in the colors color change, we don't think this one was necessarily. Does
Patty gave a really good.
I guess at what point does that matter?
I mean, if you have a concern about it, I would say go ahead and make a note and get it. We'll take a look at it.
Okay.
But that's the
That's
continuum.
Charles Grimes.
Okay, I make a motion.
Yeah, sketch anything else like that too. Or if you see something that needs
I
to
didn't
be.
know, like, does it go to the next meeting? Like, I guess our question is, is the color relevant anymore after tonight? Like, when it goes to the next committee, do they, they can color grouping?
Or is it just a collective list?
I think they'll see the colors because these are your recommendations. So, but they'll also see the rankings as well. So, like, if you feel like that's not something you looked at or you think, then definitely please make a note. Because I mean, it's not
Absolutely. Okay, so DO1 dot
anything else I can help you with?
No, I think so. I think probably is yellow. I had I'm assuming it should have been yellow.
Like instructional technology, teacher computers, kids' computer to the front of the classroom display. There's three things that are like right there together, and even like the smart boards for personnel that don't have those, the 4.5, but just replacing the ones that are already in the classroom. It's like a 3.56. I kind of feel like they should probably be the same.
Those are the same things.
Yeah. Well, not all of them. They're not all dependent on each other, but if you're going to be going, you might as well. It's page 1, and you have to jump all the way to page 18. The classroom AV replaces So you're prioritizing student devices, staff devices, but as far as the new ones go, you're not I feel like they're kind of
So interestingly enough, this was already.
Okay, we'll look that up, Joe.
what page are you on?
I'm trying to find replacement of additional chairs, stands. Because it got put into an allowance for fine arts. They would do those chairs, stands. We never discussed an allowance. I was trying to look back and see if I could find it. You know what I mean? On the
Any and all technology? They said any and all technology. Just the
The only thing I can find in this packet, which is the old, is the D01.141 secondary. And it was pretty big, but yes, I know that was part of it. Well, I guess in our notes, we could just say, was it from the green group?
Would that be all three of those then?
Yeah.
Right now, it's not.
Well, that's what I was
Because
wondering.
none of that is in our top 10 list, and that's the highest rated thing.
But you can ask. So these are like, remember they were starting to squash things together, but now okay.
Well, it shouldn't, even doing that shouldn't have put it on a group that it never was. That would, the intention of that was it would at least land it on it shouldn't show that.
My assumption is that probably should know.
Well, we don't.
Deal with that is, they're not paying anything to go
So Dwight wants us to consider changing the equipment in line from what page was that? Oh, God, we've been looking
I just went over to Paul and they were like, we've been looking for those. Thank you so much. I said, I swear to God.
Okay. Alright, so we updated that one.
And there's print management.
I just highlighted, I'm not speaking about it.
They made it above the ABS.
Yeah, shockingly.
But there's no extra information here.
He has a written paragraph,
140 characters.
Yes, yes.
There's also a typo already.
Well,
Architects be wrong, we can't spell.
These were written up, but I can't.
I want you to know I've been calling districts, talked about how they set out prep management, so I can't speak more intelligently about this. Yes. Heck yeah. I mean, I'm just, if you're ready, I'm ready. If not, so,
I was here. I'm ready for it.
I was recording it on my phone.
Let me tweet it. Go.
okay, everybody got their TikTok out?
Is that a thing? People don't tweet.
Yeah. That's part of it.
Probably the biggest thing is like when we first started GCISD, like, and you can speak to this, like there was a printer on every teacher's desk. Okay, so now we're talking about we could probably 70 to 100 different things. That's more to make it so. The second thing is this was another big thing. Like, you know, when principals have money in the budget, they're like, oh, my toner only has a year shelf life. So then if you use it over a year, you could be only using 30% of it. Okay.
or some department may decide to upgrade the printers at some point, and then you have toner, and then it is their fault.
Can I ask a question? Was it that the printer was purchased by the teacher or the printer was purchased by the student? Okay.
But there are probably printers in our buildings right now.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
I thought it was that. I thought they
But I would doubt that we're just gonna try to toner for that, right? So they might.
That's all monitored and network, and when it gets to this point, they just toners automatically shows up at your school. That's a genius thing too.
So, that's
That's the other thing that's printed out. They do a cost analysis. They'll show you if you go to our solution, here's how much you're currently paying, here's how much you were paying. It also slows down the model numbers so you're only maintaining that 75 to 100. Like I said earlier, the other thing that I was like just like a car, like after 5 years a car gets more expensive to maintain. You probably don't get as good as fuel consumption as you did when you first bought it. Same thing with the printers. Because your cost of actually printing those just simply because it's older and not as efficient as it was.
when you're trying to sell this to people, the average person is going to have like my home printer experience to compare it to, which is
It's a total one. It's like buying like a true cargo vehicle, but it's like There's one more thing. The only thing that I didn't did surprise me, it was about 50-50 between people purchasing the copiers and leasing the copiers, which that surprised me.
is that just like a I wonder if that's just
Yeah.
because you can what's the depreciated, over time versus
continues to work and improves.
They still get everyone got to make 100%.
Well, and then I wonder with the lease, like, is it that you then can replace it with a new one in 3 years versus if you buy it, you just have one for.
Well, the other question is,
Typically, it's
where's
better
your,
to lease the asset, especially when it comes to technology.
Yeah, it's being
Appreciate it, and use the operating lease versus capital.
and I guess I'm thinking too, like, depends on what the money is. If you're talking about bond funds, and you have the two funds, it's my, but like, if you're using it out of your regular budget, then you wanna spend it for the cost of the year to make that, you know what I mean? So like, it makes more sense.
That would be a good question too, because if it does come out of the bond, so they're purchasing these giant printers for every school, then it's like the expectation is then that's gonna be hopefully over the next year and then 5 years versus the lease payment, you know, runs out. Possibly. Then you're like, do we not have the money to continue?
Yeah, that should be, because it says smart boards for sped personnel. That's specific to say sped.
I mean, do we know that they would all get it? Like literally medical. I guess my question is, should this district-wide line item just amended to not be sped? That's what I should say, smart boards for instructional classrooms that didn't get it.
So here's my point, if we don't want that line about the district-wide classroom design replacements, that line needs to be the same, because if you don't do it, yeah, everyone does that.
But I don't think we should limit it to that. Like
Right.
fire, I don't know why, fire is my all instructional.
Yes, all instructional space. I'm good.
Are you guys
I was
doing
not
that?
listening.
That made it, instead of just personnel, it's just smart boards for instructional spaces, like district-wide instructional classrooms. That didn't change. Right, it should be. I don't know how many don't.
That would be, yeah.
That goes back to the beginning of this process. There are items that talk about smart boards because I mean, that's put one for that one classroom. Dr. Wishman put one certified for special ed classrooms because they weren't in the last one. So we have.
In the line item specifically talks about sped classes because other classes are already released.
Right. So any adjustment to that kind of changes the origin, that's how it got here. Also, like, so why to say, we they weren't presented as a package deal, all things smart. I just think those are things to consider if we were to reword it. The reality is that
That also would change the amount.
yes.
To anybody that we want to.
While I agree
The important part
That
the
district
concept
wide.
that we felt like
it does change the money, it was calculated. That's the one he's arguing about for page 18 that he's moved up. There was.
So AV equipment,
Yes.
I'm sorry,
That's why I still not finished.
I thought AV equipment was literally just like the collecting things. Like, you know what I mean, like I was thinking.
we talked about this in the past, but the magnets are just close enough.
That to me ranks much higher than just your.
What my guys looked at are some things that are called positive logic sensors. Instead of doing a door frame to a door, it actually tells it, they're locked in place to be locked.
How many teachers do you think we
And should I add a note in the email about why we provide better description?
Every door that has a crash bar,
About what is actually.
that's where those sensors.
We have this building reverse and last thing.
It's fine to add your wife's testimonial.
Give video.
See TikTok.
We also add the note, he is so local, he just put all this stuff in.
Hashtag.
You're not be coerced.
Yes.
Have you seen that? If you go to CVS and you're like, I prefer not, you put sign a statement saying you're not like being coerced.
I should say for PTA.
Well, there are a lot of things who actually get the big prize benefit where they'll, I think they should be hard to buy a whole bunch of gift cards and then the gift cards number to the items.
Like what happens like if you don't sign it? Like is someone gonna come help you?
They probably don't want to buy it.
And you just stay in the store until the police are called. It's like,
Hey, I want, so I want to write this into what you want. Obviously, one is much lower than one on page 18, and you sound pretty confident saying that the AV tools upgrade for the same thing as getting all of the smart boards that already exist on the same level. Upgrading that line item of page 18 is the thing that we're talking about.
Yeah, with that
Smart
one.
boards for step by step. So I would say we're talking about to support their
There you go.
So on page 21, it's got additional spaces again. I think there's GMS band. I know we talked about the HMS band hall, we ended up moving that down.
Classroom AV replacement. Well, we can bump this up. I just don't think that's I just want to make sure we're talking apples to apples.
Just put in by us.
So question for you guys, on page 19 for OC Taylor, it says, and we did rank this, more classroom / building for 3 to 4 year olds and testing for these students. If OC Taylor is the 3rd building on this
It is at
well, anything is like, didn't they say that they built something that's sort of newish, and then when they built it, they had to rip that down and build on top of it?
I wonder if the suggestion of a portable instead of a like a pretty specific in that. Exactly. Do they do portables?
great. No.
Well, then I will dismiss myself from that suggestion. They're so effective, right? No?
it'll live in the neighborhood.
It's not the greatest experience. It's like, stay on a rainy day. It's not that fun. And I thought most schools are like elementary. Can you imagine taking kids out?
No, especially 3 or 4 year olds.
Okay, I retract my previous suggestion. I see where you're going. But I see where you're going.
OC Taylor's due to be rebuilt in 5 years. So we have another.
Well, doesn't that also kind of, I know this is bigger than just the discussion of our individual subdivision. We also discussed the possibility of PDEC renovation, which I don't know where it's at. I have to read all the other. I know. I can't really see any of it.
It's kind of small.
I haven't, I know we heard about it, but I don't know where that land is because this would have coincided with that. Right? Like, we talked about PDEC renovation and that. I think that's part of the district.
Oh, the district.
Well, I did say that earlier.
I guess that too.
But the other thing to your point, sometimes with bond money, if it's, you're still paying for it, you can't tear it down. So that's, that would be like, it would be something like, oh, we would love to replace this Taylor, but we have to wait for that part to get paid.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
When you think about the most recent addition is actually the additions are really concerned more number of face-to-face serving increasing. Some of the things are for the actual classrooms, are the child as far as on a campus construction, those are now recreating spaces. She wants to see the whole line. So those are some construction guidelines that lend a different. It's not really about just adding a wing. It's they want to do, add a wing to accommodate, say, this early child at spaces within the building. So I think there's something he's also really down on some of those, which I think is part of the other work this summer.
Because those specific people ask for it, it might not be premium to
Right, and something, I don't have in the background when we started this, but all of this committee basically brought everybody across the district that's in got to fill out the form for whatever they wanted to. So they're really passing
Yeah, and we don't know if Dr. Cavilla or Ms. Bailey actually looked at what that request was, if they made it or we had. So it would have been reasonable.
We talked about roofing as a district.
Like a grand piano.
I don't know what.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
that they don't, you're not going through the process.
I just want to make sure we got those meetings. They're also in, a lot of that's in
Not you.
Actually, a lot of their staff. Like, I didn't. So like wishes or fishes, whatever you want to put on there.
Dream big.
There's some time I can get that, like, if you, in an ideal world, but that's I just will continue to sit at my desk 3 times a day, walk out, and get all my messages Okay, good.
my guy, he's the guy that runs everything from the technical standpoint. The guy that runs it from the physical side. It's attached to the network, which almost all of our stuff is. This camera, our computer is 5.5 years old.
Last meeting, call it really looking at the technology. I remember calling paying attention to other technology items.
I can tell you. So right now, in your school, records that are on paper, you have records that are digitized, digital, you have records that like these very, very valuable well, it would be nice.
It would be convenient. So really
Even like, say for example, we have like, this is going to be in your permit. We have like,
That's what he needs.
we have back in 60s.
Like actual paper copies.
Transcripts do not have statutes.
Where do you keep them?
Some of them, that's what, when we were looking into this, they did.
That's micro.
We don't have any on my.
Microfiche. My job is working in the library. It's a big difference. Microform and microfiche. It's technically microfiche, but I always feel subconscious when I say it. So continue.
You know what microfiche is?
Oh my gosh, going to the library looking at the
Newspapers.
Have
And it was like, it was 3D, you did it this way, and then you did this way.
Thank you, Nancy. And to go.
I'm gonna find some YouTube videos on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you to those archives.
Next thing you're gonna do is
Chicken scratch.
Back to the tree.
back to these five.
The in and out application for their fundraiser, you can back it in. Yeah, so thank you. My parents don't have a fax machine.
$1 page.
Or mail it. What's happening? Well, we're past micro.
Fishy. I am gonna have to do a little research on if it really is fishy, or you're just like.
No, well, it's also, it's like, so microfilm.
I know.
You need to step away a lot.
Different. Microfilm is the one that you step back and forth, right? Yeah, microfiche is the one that's on a tiny miniaturized version of it. You have to zoom in, you have to move series.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So somebody will think about it.
You're gonna blow someone's mind when they go back and watch this. Okay, so what's in there? Document.
Document.
And then 1960 is transcript.
The other. 50.
If
We got there. We did get there.
I'm here for it. Oh, instructional coaching.
Is the smart board on 21, is that the same thing as Wikipedia?
Where's that at?
GMS and page 24.
Yes. It would be included in the weekly alert. Her voice just came from the sky.
I had a question. So, the line item for building, special line, and then see last are green.
Oh, wait, I said that when I sat down. I was like, I'm sorry,
Because we have all
maybe because they're an
Well-
instructional and
Okay, well, it's funny to me, it's like, you know, let's spend $10,000 on lab goggles for everybody in the desert, or spend $160 million on it. That's funny. It's interesting how it ended up getting so.
we're not sure.
What do you make of it?
Okay.
just Dr. Travers and our
Well, and we have a lot of cleanup outside, just then they decided to do that.
very big and noodles.
But there was, I mean, we didn't have technology. We had
Like, hard to choose, I guess. You could say that there were several for sure Duff. I don't know where North Carolina or but for sure Duff had so many green items. You know what I mean? That they could go and have to just guess what it's gonna be.
Eric, are you noting about the playground floorboard?
also
Rewriting my
one for OCT.
Lisa has really good taste.
I'm gonna get out my computer and start typing or keeping scratch.
Facilities really have supporting demand, but I just I don't remember talking about it as heavily. They're on Philippines.
How did they decline?
They flew to Washington D.C. yesterday. And now they're in Philadelphia.
I don't think I knew about this trip. It's just like an annual summer trip.
So they do. You can either go before 8th grade or after 8th grade. And it's 5 teachers go, so it's 3 total. No, I think all of the schools do it. But like Sean, when he was in school, like it's been years.
I went on an AP trip when I was in school.
Yeah.
And it was two of the teachers, like two of the teachers from my high school to Ring, Everton, Ring. And like, you could go, basically you want to go, I think it was over the 7
Yeah, it's voluntary. That's what everybody.
From Florida to DC. It was like a 24-hour flight.
That's so fun. Oh yeah, none of us have ever been away right out there. I know we had to drop them off at that point in Well, and we signed him up in 6th grade, so like he's been playing on it since then. Not once in a lifetime, but their itinerary, there is no way our family could. It's insane. Yeah. We had to drop him off at 3 a.m. on Sunday at HMS. It's like,
So far.
and he was like, he met me downstairs. Like, he was dressed and ready at like 2 Now I know. Yeah, so like basically like the beginning of the year, in 6th grade, you get like an informational meeting, and then if you sign up like within a month, you get $100 off. So you can essentially just pay for it, you know, and you can choose to go after 7th grade or after 8th grade. So there's kind of a mix of both. Like Arlington National Cemetery, it's good for me too to let those reins out just a little. Yeah, they're choking sometimes for sure.
Right, they first 3 on the front page of what color their name is yellow, right?
What group is it right there?
Yellow.
Yeah.
That's probably still true.
No, that's okay.
So that is just the yellow. It doesn't matter. Because their allowances here stand later.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Most of them refer to if you're replacing the
Those are on page 1. It was better than the original.
I think that's a prescription from the Proxy.
Nothing on
My husband and I started dating, he said, he was like, yeah, I have dysgraphia. And I was like, that's stupid. What does that even mean? So I Googled it and I was like, oh. And then our son has it. And I was like, amateur. It's essentially like dyslexia for like writing. It's like getting it from your brain to the paper. Well, first I apologize for being a jerk. I said other choice words, but you know, yes, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, this is a real thing. I'm a monster, and I'm sorry that I made fun of your handwriting. Yeah. Children humble you in so many ways. But he is, yeah. And my husband, we pay our taxes on time, like he has a career, so it does not limit you. Like,
Sometimes people,
Maybe we can make it
creative.
oh yeah, well, and now we know it's like the you've heard of twice successful. So it's like, oftentimes those things are paired together. So we need to this graphic or just like,
is we print all
a
freshman
lot of
tests.
really highly intelligent people in my
but still.
I literally looked like, how do you live in a family that's all ADHD? That basically was good luck. They're all running the circus. Yeah, they're all running the circus.
On the weekend. Okay.
The ribbon cutting, since it's really everything built CMS.
Probably get a shovel. Like,
So we hang
Green ribbon.
Imagine when that happens, we put a line item in here to have actual functional large scissors. I always feel so disappointed when somebody has ceremonial scissors and somebody in the background has real scissors and just flips it marks away real quick.
You know you can find those big scissors at Amazon.
I know, but they don't.
They're not a vendor.
They need to be functional. Are y'all with me? So we put it right above the print.
I mean, we can have them there for the next time.
If you're
I mean, if you're really gonna, for the two schools, give you two schools in the next 100 years, it's gonna be the same system.
Value, it is value. We could even allow them to like use it for new things in like residential.
oh, that's a great.
Lease them.
We could
Lease
lease
them.
up this.
Generate revenue.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
We're delivering everywhere. It is time to wrap this up.
We can make you some copies. But
Yeah, I feel good about our work.
you're gonna need to pay for the scissors.
So the town is just over a billion feet. It's not a total.
I am not guys with that idea because I feel like it needs to be. District has some work to do.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that that's a solid number.
I wonder what the realistic.
Although I am genuinely curious about that.
Yeah, to your earlier point, I do think there has to be a lot of revising and revising. It's probably only like slightly less. 0.95, yeah.
It was that great management that saved us.
Yeah.
Dwight still has a summary.
Yes.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Ready to dictate.
Well, honestly, if I
Nancy,
was
get
doing a
ready.
real presentation, I would have
Absolutely.
I did put on your T-White.
I got made fun in my last technology meeting calling it PowerPoint. You're like, what do you mean slide buttons? So I'm like, okay, I'll bring a slide button.
You talk about there are a lot more people to be in the department that do not know what
Microfiche.
doing. Come on.
It's a microfilm. It's a microfilm.
So microform is the overall description. Okay, microfilm, which is
Okay.
microform.
I feel like we could make a maker space with
Funny. I'm trying to find the range I can go.
I bet you, I guarantee you, he was a great fight.
I've already found one on eBay. You don't have, okay, this is the machine. Have you never seen this?
I don't know I'm certain. I'm not saying
Oh, do you not like newspapers?
You can Google.
Now. Then.
Now. Back in the day, you used to have to research. Real research. No cards. Yes.
Kevin doing this.
I mean, I'm trying to remember.
Library progress.
I'm truly trying to remember back to like my elementary school. Now, but yeah, like the kind where you typed in the coding and like it like colored the dots, and then you would code like whole picture. That was my favorite thing to do.
I just never did that. I just did Oregon Trail.
That was awesome. Number crunch that.
That's dysentery.
That was.
Yes, that was what I was teaching.
On Oregon Trail, I remember it was like, oh, it's like 100 pounds worth of upload.
The rabbit jumped across the screen.
So your ESG score sucks.
You're out of bowling, you're about to start the deck, yeah. They paired, for whatever reason, they paired us together like a boy and a girl. And my third grade wife would always get really mad at me for having so much time.
One more trip.
Yeah, one more.
I'm about to get high score.
There's a newer version. Rose, my friend Rosa sent it to me, and it's like you can. Oh, it's like really funny things like your cell phone dies, or you get poisoned by kombucha, like bad kombucha, and like there's just different. Or well, Nancy's typing.
Your electric car dies.
Right, exactly. More things to be
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have to spend your $7,500 tax credit to fix the TV.
So we're doing an AI with Canon this week, and the instructors are literally 18 and 19 years old. And so he's like, guys, the instructor is like, I found out that you used to have like paper maps in cars. That's how you got around. You just couldn't use their phones. He's like, can you believe that? I'm like, yeah, I can't believe
I
that.
remember driving when there wasn't cell phones.
Yeah.
You had to look like Amazon. Okay, if you're interested, some of them you can be a gifted teacher, an apple farmer, a fly fisherman, a winemaker. So this really does exist.
Oh, but it has like the old school look.
Travel Oregon, if you need to spend some time at work.
It's called travel.
Travel Oregon.
Walking outside, it seems like it might be the office. What was it?
No professional job, it was all mine.
I mean, I feel like a ski pro.
Yes, that's what they're doing. Winemaker. Now we know. You need to know paper fun. But,
I like this idea. Like you run your tongue in your
Maybe you need to go find a winemaker.
I mean, that sounds like an excellent professional development. I will approve next year's investment on it. Instead of signing up for EPU, sign me up for action, sale, you know.
University
Excellent note here.
She's so
Well, here's the deal. I'm stressing about it. College.
Here's the lyrics talking now. I
He's gonna turn around. He's happy. I'll start your web page. They're done.
So, don't like my Here's the funny thing, though, I was charged because I've been there so long. With my work study program, I spent and so, we work like 2 dozen people. So here's this mission about basically just sit here, make your study, do whatever you want basically, and then just tell people where the rest of it is whenever they ask you. But here's the funny thing, that's actually how I met my wife. And so whenever I showed up the first place and I met her at a spit team, it was like the first time I met my wife. And so I was telling her that you met me before. Okay. I was saying, you bought your ticket. So you showed up 15 minutes late. But the funny part, she was in a story. But they knew everything about microform and all the inner workings of the light. And so she and I joked about this a lot about microform. How, yeah, that's just what it is. I'm going to spend more time. That's the love that microform. Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell her that it actually got discussed today.
I will say, yeah, we had a micro-PC reference. And I know she's going to say, oh, no, you didn't talk about it.
I corrected one guy and said like,
Yeah, well. Yeah. That's when things got.
Didn't know what the heck it was.
That's when things got really wild.
I made it up.
So we have a way to do it, but it's antiquated and it's unreliable.
No clue how good they got it.
That's just like that easier information is to come by less accurate.
You're forced
Yeah, they just climb that pole.
to filter.
Yeah.
You have 70.
What I would say is you're either forced to filter or you're allowed to take whatever it is that you want. That might be the worst thing presented by unfettered access to all good old information bias.
Exactly. Yeah, I had not thought of it that way, but it's very true.
I've heard it put a little bit different, affirmation bias, right? And whenever you feel affirmed by it, for example, if you just bought a new car and you read an article about how, Chevrolet, the brand, was named like a Consumer Reports best buy, hey, that must be right. It's affirmed
Well, we're now on the Master Society.
See, I think that
Let's cross those off the list.
They probably actually on eBay I went for 384. So
But when you need one, you need one.
yeah, for real. It's real technology.
whenever I first started practicing law, I started to work quite really old school, and he insisted that I would say everything.
I thought that's really cool.
Yeah, whenever we were growing up, they were everywhere. So initially we could buy them for, really inexpensively. We were probably thinking of the math, but by the time I left, that firm 7 years later, they were such short supply, they spent $100,000 and they ended up with
Not only that, but now the little cassettes they recorded onto are like completely obsolete. You're gonna pay a fortune to get all that transcribed into something digital.
they're worth their weight in gold right now. Yeah.
Those are cute though. Very tiny.
They, I always thought they were cute too every time. Cute every time.
You can't write on the cover, but they're very tiny.
We can use microfiche.
There you go. Fine tip.
Thank you for using the credit card.
Oh, you're welcome. I did that just for you.
My sister-in-law was signing up for like Prodigy or something. Like,
There's an internet service called Prodigy too, and I'm like, that is old school.
No, like,
Angel Fire.
and the question to verify that it was an adult, if I had for the account, had to do like, do you know what this is called? And it was like a cassette, and her kid has
All right, it's almost 7 o'clock,
no way.
and I know we still have a little bit of work, but I know some of you are done. I just want to quickly run through just some highlights of the priorities that I found prior to where your spreadsheet is tonight. And so I just thought I'd run through those real quickly as we kind of divide those into categories. Obviously, this committee has ranked highly the 2 campuses, right? So that's kind of where we start. And then when we get to renovations and expansions, that very first bullet was another big ticket item that as a committee you put together, which has to be the expansion of this building, right, to create the early childhood center. And there's a whole lot more that goes into that. That's also to add offices. There was another line to add offices to this building. And then you can kind of read through the other items that were ranked highly in terms of being a renovation or an expansion. So building an athletic space at HMS is an expansion of that building. That's a very different item from anything else for the middle schools. You'll remember this group talked about allowances for campuses so that campus administrators would have some discretion over the priority projects when it came to renovations or specific needs. The yellow group talked to you about the secondary manhole spaces. There's a transportation parking lot issue and repair, Silver Lake, a big play area back there with a lot of water running through it that needs to be taken care of, that's ranked highly. You can see some restrooms for adults and students, some really interesting stuff, right? Like sewer lines for O.C. Taylor. O.C. Taylor's not a very sexy line item, but it is what it is. It's really important when it doesn't work, right?
Paul, does that include urinals in the PDAC?
That is urinals in the feedback. No, it does not. That is actually not even in the gray package. What? The gray package has adult-sized toilets. And there would be urinals in that. If the next committee doesn't nix it, right? No, urinals, right. So serving counters, flooring and painting, the rise, relocate. Ah, there it is. I've relocated that room twice now at GMS. It was 3 times in the spreadsheet. Playground surfacing for ECDC. Certainly this committee over here, LED lighting ranked highly for them. You can see some of their restrooms there and enlarging the rise rooms at O.C. Taylor. Covered awning at Bear Creek, a lot of lighting on the exterior of the building, moving to LED, adding the UV system to the nursing clinics for health purposes. And you replacing the actual UV system that exists at the swim center, taking care of the pool valves and the boiler, which is kind of important for the pool temperature up there. Allowances for shade canopies, which this district has never had in terms of its ability to replace those when damaged or old and deteriorated. Theater upgrades for GMS, GHS, and the GHS black box. And then when we get to the heading of safety and security, these are some of the items that were ranked highest. And this, again, this is not everything, these are highlights. So campus PAs, replacing identified exterior doors, expansion of badge readers to those common areas of the building. So more badge readers in the buildings themselves for those spaces. I don't know why shade canopies is listed twice, but we'll take care of that. Meeting TEA requirements, which, remember I told you we didn't really know where we were with that? Guess what, on May 26th, Friday afternoon, right before the Memorial holiday, suddenly come the TEA approved rules. 71 pages of rules. Some of which takes more than a Juris Doctorate degree to be able to interpret and understand at this point. Maybe my PhD friends will be able to understand what it means. But that's the legislature at their best writing it, and so we have a lot of work to understand what's in that. Obviously that allowance will be needed to do some of the things that they want, but unfortunately one of the first things you read into it, there are a lot of things they want done by this coming August. So the district is going to have to figure out how to do that now. Was that an audible gasp over there?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's just part of the course of TEA.
It is, because literally in the last week of school getting out come the rules for what we need to have in place in August. And we're like impact resistant film in a lot of places. We're ahead of the game because we already have it. What about the districts that don't have it? And how many vendors are out there, and what are they going to charge now for that window film? And getting it installed by then, right, or soon thereafter. It is crazy. There is a line item to continue entry-resistant film in our district because it's gonna expand to places where we don't currently have it. Adding cameras, replacing cameras, taking care of what exists, adding some gates in the hallways at GHS, adding access control and badge readers, as already mentioned, in different places, and the famous walkie-talkies that our campuses use as well. PA systems, the single most important communication tool in the school itself. Those need to be upgraded and replaced. And then one of the items that ranked highly was adding a talkback feature to the PA system. So that's a talkback feature from the classrooms to basically the front office in some capacity. And we don't really understand what the rule is going to be, but there is a rule about having some feature or functionality communication-wise that way. Doesn't necessarily have to be accomplished this way. I don't know that this is the best way to accomplish it, but we're going to read and understand the rules. And I'm sure we're going to hear from a lot of vendors that are going to tell us how we can go about doing that. And it may be more portable, less fixed, but there is a part of the rule that says from the classroom there needs to be a way to communicate back. And it's not just the phone that's in the room. Under technology, I know that this list will expand, but certainly some of the most important items, the network itself and cybersecurity related to that, the server and the server environment, student devices, devices for staff, smart boards, software management, backup software and equipment, backup batteries, non-classroom AV replacements and classroom AV replacements. This is really about taking care of what we have in the district. I know that this group has expanded a little bit more on that list, and again, it's really about taking care of technology items that already exist in the district. It's really not about adding new, it's about being able to continue what we have. And thank God we have the things that we do, because certainly when we got the surprise in 2020, this district was ready to roll and move forward because it was forward-thinking. The technology department had been very forward-thinking and intentional in what they had done to prepare the district. I don't anticipate we're going to have another pandemic, but you never know what's coming right around the corner and what will be necessary. But we weren't planning for one then either, so hey, does anybody remember Ebola? Yeah, that happened not too long before the pandemic itself, so that was kind of interesting. Under the heading of aging conditions and compliance, there's the grade deficiency list, right? That's why these bullets look so short. But modernizing elevators, replace turf fields, and the maintenance package for athletics are certainly in there. And equipment, FF&E is really important for our campuses and our departments. We've talked about cabinets for the evacuation chairs, the replacement of our band instruments, taking care of our libraries, the allowances for grounds and custodial, continuing on with the GPS system and the smart tag system that we have in our transportation fleet. Around our students and so forth, allowance for elementary gym maintenance, replacement of football helmets. That's really important for the safety of our students. It's not something that you can easily do. Maintenance package for fine arts, taking care of the swim center. Let's see, classroom furniture. Amy replaced the stop to bleed kits in the AEDs. Kind of first line medical emergency care there. Those are really the high-level highlights of the list prior to some of the changes that you made tonight. So, any questions about the next process, the next committee, what happens from here? All right. I know we're tired. It is June the 6th. Hard to believe. But I can't thank you enough for the work you put into it. I told you early in this process it would be messy and challenging. Does anybody feel otherwise? Chaotic at times. Somebody asked me to describe the process, and I said organized chaos. Truly, that's just the way it works. There's just so much in the district, and just think about it. GCISD is just a mid-sized district, right? It would be easy if we were a small district with 3 or 4 schools, and we had about 5 sheets of spreadsheet to look at. You've looked at over 2,600 different line items, and so I commend you for that. That is just insane work. And you've at least advanced it and moved it forward in a way that now the district can really take it this summer, work with it, work with Huckabee to improve upon it, and really be able to present a different animal, if you will, to the next committee. They're gonna spend together a little bit more time than this committee has. And they'll receive some of the same early on presentations, but the difference for them is they'll already have this stuff in front of them to be able to look at and make notes on as they go through it and begin to discuss projects. And they won't have to rank, they'll just talk about what they feel like they can put into a bond package. They'll have the benefit of some more information from the community, they'll have the benefit of your work and some additional input and information from the district. So, again, really appreciate it. If there aren't any questions, then we're concluded for tonight, but please eat all the cookies. We don't want to take them back. All right.